Let me put on my readers to just look extra smart. I'm just playing. Relationship is a noun. And here's what the dictionary, just to go old school, the dictionary says the definition of a relationship is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected. The way they behave towards each other, an association. So changing your relationship with alcohol, even if it's just to drink less or not at all, can feel like a bit of a breakup. You know what I mean? Anybody out there already on this sober, curious, or alcohol-free journey, and you felt that way when you first started to look at your relationship with alcohol, started to feel like mixed emotions, like that's how I felt. I had a love-hate relationship with alcohol. I loved it at times because it was like a companion. When I was bored, lonely, anxious, or wanted to celebrate with the girls, it was as if alcohol were one of our companions, kind of like in the group, like, oh, pull out the champagne. Now champagne's here. Now we can really have fun. Or with my husband, I saw it before I knew more about what it was doing to our connection. I saw drinking as a connection tool. But you know where I felt the most kindred in my relationship with alcohol was with me, myself, and I. You see, I had a relationship with alcohol that, was actually very personal. And I think everybody's relationship, whether that be with God, another person, or with another thing, an object like alcohol, it gets very personal. And it was personal to me because there were times, and I'm sure y'all can, relate with this. Please let me know in the comments below if you can. Always love a little reassurance and to know what I'm saying is resonating with you. But a lot of times, y'all, I would have a drink sometimes when I didn't even want to, just for the effect of it or because I was living on autopilot. But there were times, I have to say, when I was really either overwhelmed in my own life with maybe negative emotion, negative reality, and thought, you know what? I don't think I can go to this, dinner with the family with so much conflict happening in the car, or, do things without outsourcing my resilience and my strength to something like alcohol. And what I didn't realize was that was a toxic relationship. If you've ever been in a abusive or toxic relationship, or with a narcissist or someone that's really undermining your own power, your own voice, your own resilience, I want you to know that that's really what alcohol's doing as well. Yep, I said it. Alcohol is like a bad boyfriend. Alcohol is like that toxic friend that comes around that makes all these promises and tells you you need them. You can't do it without them. And they begin to kind of trick you into thinking, you're right. I need a drink so that I can relax. I need a drink so I can have fun. I need a drink so I can connect with my husband. And that to me is a very toxic relationship. It's very possessive and doesn't really give you the reins, because a lot of this relationship, again, is very personal and an internal dialogue going on, and usually a subconscious one. The way I'm talking right now is not the way I was having like an outward conversation with myself around drinking. It was more just the way I looked at drinking. And when I looked at drinking as a solution, maybe to a problem or a coping strategy to alter the way I was feeling. Can anybody relate with that? I mean, who doesn't want to sometimes eject out of their own life and alter or change the way you're feeling? I think that's a human thing. I don't think that's problem drinking as much as human thinking. Like, how can I alter this? If you're feeling uncomfortable, you're going to want to change that, right? And I think when you're in a relationship with alcohol, it's always there, just kind of ready. Like, come on, let's go then. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay present in your own life. And alcohol is always there, like that toxic friend who just seems to pop up out of nowhere to kind of bid you away from the reality that you can do hard things. You can connect your authentic self with someone else versus your altered self, which is not your real self. So just writing down some of my own notes in my own journal. Changing our relationship with alcohol can feel like a breakup. Why? Because a lot of times that relationship at wine o'clock is like an evening companion. It's like, man, I did it all today. How many of you ladies, if you're watching this during the daytime, have just been getting it done? I mean, can I see a show of hands? Okay, I can see your hand. Seriously, how many of y'all are like killing it? Getting it done, getting those kids where they need to go. You're at work filling out all the paperwork. You're moving the needle in your company. You're getting things done. And it's at great expense to your own self-care because you're so focused on everybody else. So what happens is at 5 o'clock, wine o'clock, or when you finally get to that networking event where they give you the 2 tickets for your 2 drinks, you're like, oh my gosh, now it's my time. Now it's me time. And then we link up with what we think is a companion, what we think is our friend. And again, ultimately play that movie forward. That friend doesn't end up really giving to you. Instead, that quote friend or relationship ends up taking from you.